Welcome to the Twilight Noobs. I am your host, Eric, and this is my companion from the Amazon. Pasty.
Jason.
Just kidding. Jason? Oh, Jason. We are with you today because we have read a couple of chapters of this weird little book you like to call Twilight Ch. And, it is the best of the books in the world because it doesn't hold my attention at all. I'm sorry, this book is stupid. But these last two chapters were actually something to look forward to for everybody in the world because they were action-packed. No, they weren't.
Packed.
They were not action-packed. They were action-stuffed. They were leading to action.
It was like
the best way to describe it.
It was like you go to a pizza place and you order stuffed crust and they half fill it as much as you'd like. You know what I mean? Like there's some.
So you take a bite out of it and it doesn't squeeze out the ends, but it pleasantly kind of like drips downward.
You don't get as much as you'd like, but there's stuff there. You know what I mean? It is stuffed, but it's not like stuffed.
So it's like a caramel apple, but it's a really light layer of caramel on the outside.
Yeah, it's like you go to the movies and you get popcorn and they lightly butter and lightly salt.
So it's kind of like fishing and you hook a fish, but it takes the lure away and you don't ever get that fish. Kind of like that.
It's like it's like putting on a pair of, underwear and you as you put them on you just get a huge just rip. You know what I mean? But you're able to sew it, and so there's
what?
But you're able to sew it, and so you have the underwear still. But
who sews their underwear? Who even rips their underwear?
Let's say it's a new pair of underwear.
Why would that one rip? Of all underwears out there, why the heck would that new underwear rip?
Things happen. Maybe you were way too you were let's go, you needed to go somewhere, so you just shove them on so fast.
You were in a rush and you're just like, I gotta get these on as quickly as possible. You don't even think. You just put both legs through one leg. I
exactly.
Get you. That might do it. Anyways, that's not at all what these chapters were like. But it was a really good metaphor train, I guess. That could become a new thing. We started it here today on Twilight News.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Just like eating a donut that's got lots of...
No, eating a donut on your not cheat day. That's enjoyable. But then you feel guilty about it afterwards because all your friends found out that you're reading Twilight. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Twilight Noobs. We like to joke around here. And if this is your first time listening, you're going to enjoy it. That's just
we apologize, one or the other.
No, you're going to enjoy it.
We apologize that you've missed out so much on all the fun. What?
Yeah, seriously, you need to go back and start at the beginning because we are.
And then after you listen to the third episode, leave us a 5-star review and we'll read it for you.
Yeah.
Segue. By the way, we got another 5-star review on iTunes.
Sick. Keep them coming.
From Team Chuck. Dude, they named themselves Team Chuck.
That's
just for
pretty freaking
iTunes.
Sweet.
That is pretty sweet. God bless this podcast. This brings back all of the wonderful there's that word again. I don't like that word. Tween memories of reading this series. This podcast flawlessly calls out all of the questionable details of Twilight and really makes me wonder how it was ever as popular as it was. Seriously, we're really good at that. I'm not gonna lie. I love the commentary between the two of us, and always look forward to new episodes. Thanks so much. Well, thank you, Team Chuck. You're our review MVP of the week because you're the only one.
Because you're the only one. That's awesome.
Quietly boosting our 5-star ratings. Thank you very much, and keep them coming.
That's awesome. So today we're gonna be covering chapters 19 and 20. We are I can't even believe we're still going. We're we're a bit, I don't know.
We're nearing the end, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my weekends after this.
Well, we have, other books. And we have the movies. So, yeah. I was thinking, because we have a Patreon, I was thinking of, this is just an idea, doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I was thinking of making the ones where we review the movies, bonus episodes, and then like
for only Patreon people.
Yeah, or something like that.
That's a good idea.
Or we could do like bonus
like
episodes where like you can ask us questions and stuff like that, and we can just like we'll just discuss.
We'll have like a mail time or whatever.
Yeah, like a mailbag type of thing, and that'll be your bonus
Mail
episode
call.
for like Patreon or something. We'll talk about it later, but I think something like that would be kind of cool to do.
No, let's keep brainstorming live while we record. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, that's so boring. Okay, we'll shut up now. Okay, 1920.
Wait. I dissed you. Get dissed.
I didn't like that.
Anytime anybody gets dissed, it's just a ding. How about that?
What happens if I diss you? Are you going to do it?
I'll dig myself, sure.
Okay, good. All right.
I'll hold myself to it.
All right, are we ready to dig in?
All right, Goodbyes, chapter 19. Oh, so sad.
So what happened, if we remember last time, basically they made this plan, and they're on their way
They have to run away.
Yeah, basically Bella has to run away because a vampire, James, is after her. So...
Because apparently vegan vampires aren't violent vampires and murderous vampires. They don't want to quickly just dispatch of one of, I don't know, the bad vampires. They just have to run away from their problems. I find that kind of weak.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. I have like some notes and things that I want to kind of talk about because I don't know. It's interesting. Anyways, so they're going back to the house so Bella can tell Charlie that she doesn't want to be there anymore in Forks, that she's leaving, so that way.
Oh no. No. You're underselling it.
What?
She freaks out when she runs through the door. She literally kicks the door in. That's hardcore. I don't know.
We're gonna get to that, boy.
Well, don't say she's gonna go, boy. We started this new thing. If everybody understands what like the neat thing is from Monty Python, where you go neat. We started this weird new thing just now where it's boy. It's pretty bad, but we had a lot of fun with it.
Right.
So if we start saying that during this podcast, just this episode, it's because we're now remembering it.
And we're insanely crazy. All right.
It's part of our glamour. Anyways, she kicked the door in.
They get to the house. And Edward reminds them 15 minutes and we're going. And so...
Don't you forget it.
He's like reminding her, like, nothing's going to happen to you, Bella. Like, just follow the plan. We're good. And then they're like, okay. They like were listening to make sure that James isn't nearby or anything.
Oh yeah, they're all like a bunch of cats hunting. They're just ears perked up. Everyone's looking one way and the other.
So they're like, Kate, you're good to go. And then that's when Bella goes through the door and just like... Go away, Edward! Bella?
I'm not reading.
I thought you were going to like go into role play here. Anyways.
I don't know where it is. I'm looking for it. Go away, Edward! I yelled at him. Yeah.
Bella?
Leave me alone!
Alright. Bella, are you okay? What's going on?
Man, you suck at this. You can't even find the quotation marks.
I didn't know we were keep going. All right.
I was waiting for you to chime back in and take it away like you normally do. Ready to go.
Bella, are you okay? What's going on?
Wait, Chuck doesn't have a deep voice.
Oh, he doesn't? What is it?
No.
Bella, are you okay? What's going
Yeah.
on?
That's totally it.
Okay.
Sorry. Shoot, I can't focus. I'm going home!
Did he hurt you?
No!
Did he break up with you?
No! Because wait, hold on. So first she said no when she shrieked, so. And then the next one she yelled, so. That's why I changed it.
It doesn't say, like, I yelled like a man, though.
I don't know how a girl yells. They always scream. Anyways.
So, as she's basically just like putting on this thing, like leave me alone, like I'm super ticked off, and she's like grabbing like a bag and like grabbing, just like, I don't know if she actually grabs clothes or not. I just know that she grabs like a...
She does. Edward's like constantly grabbing clothes out of drawers and just throwing him and mashing him at her like face. Like he's literally throwing him at her. It's pretty funny. Like armfuls of clothes. Just I can just see Bella getting buried in an avalanche of clothes. It's pretty sweet.
So, yeah, Charlie's like, did he break up with you? No. And he's like, what's going on?
I broke up with him!
Yep.
Yeah, she's super She's super pushing it, man. She's pushing the levels.
Yeah, so she's jerking the zipper of her bag. Yeah, it's just going crazy right now. And then
she's already leaving, and he like grabs her elbow, and she has to stop to like look at him.
And then Charlie's like, "What happened? I thought you liked him." And then she's like, "I do like him. That's the problem. I can't do this anymore. I can't put down any more roots here. I don't want to end up trapped in this stupid, boring town like Mom. I'm not
Wait.
Dissed. I'm not gonna make the same dumb mistake she did. I hate it. I can't stay here another minute." And then this is when Charlie just gets like, dude, like he just needs to go eat some ice cream and watch TV, dude. Like he is like super depressed at this point.
Dude, he's about to eat a bullet probably. That's how rough that was.
Could you imagine if that's what happened?
First my wife, then my kid. Yeah, totally. Chuck is gonna eat a bullet. He's got a gun.
Like they go home and they're like, "Yep, Charlie." Like no one stopped by the house. We protected him. No one stopped by the house. There was like a weird like a bullet sound. We didn't know what it was, but
this weird crack.
Yeah, I don't know. But
we figured it was nothing.
Yeah, it's all good.
He might have been eating popcorn. I don't know. That would suck, actually.
Yeah,
then Bella's like, everything's all good, and then she goes home and Dad killed himself because she was so tough on him.
Like honestly, like that sounds really bad, but that could have happened. Like
that should have been it. That would have been a sweet like twist. Give and take. Like like she got the life that she wanted, but she had to make a massive stupid sacrifice.
Ooh, that would have been
awesome. That probably would have like jerked a couple of kids. I don't know.
First off,
people reading this book, that might have been too harsh.
First off, I honestly don't know if that happens or not because I haven't read the book. But I'm assuming like that not gonna happen because
no. Yeah. That's way too. That's hardcore. That's like hardcore. Not even for books.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Well, I don't know. The knife she's driving into him right now is pretty gnarly. That's what ripped his family apart. That's what made him the man he is today. Like alone. And he can't love anybody else because he already lost one. But he has a kid, and now he's losing his kid that came from that love. And it's the exact same way with the exact same words. It's like pretty bad.
That's crazy. All right.
Pretty potent stuff.
So,
and there's still more to come.
I know. So apparently,
I'm getting my bell ready.
so, like, Bells, you can't leave. It's nighttime. I'll sleep in the truck if I get tired. Just wait another week. Renee will be back by then. What?
What happened?
So apparently Renee called, and basically things aren't going well in Florida. Phil hasn't signed with a baseball team yet, so they're gonna go back to Arizona. Basically, they're just waiting for a call to get onto a team. Right now, it's just not looking good. So Bella's like she was kind of shook up by this by a little bit, but she keeps focused and she says, "I have a key," and then she's just like, "Just let me go, Charlie." Which is this last words that her mom said to Charlie when she left him. That is rough. Like,
just let me go, Charlie. It didn't work out, okay? I really, really hate forks. Dissed.
Dude, it takes away from everything that we just read, that stupid bell.
Oh,
like,
should I? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
How about this one?
What? No, that's worse. No, but
it's a cowbell.
It was like this like super depressing thing, and then like this bell, and it's just like everything just went away, and I could just
here's something more appropriate then. The choo-choo train. He's getting on the choo-choo train of depression. No,
yeah. Well,
Chuck
he is. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah.
So this hits Charlie really bad, as you can imagine. He's hearing the same words that his wife told him from his daughter.
He's like
now.
dumbstruck. He is just done. He's like in a different dimension right now, just like reliving everything again. What just happened?
But she does say, "I'll call you." She says, "I'll call you tomorrow," which was like, it's like, I hate you. I'll call you. I'll call you later.
She doesn't have a problem with him.
I know.
She never said she hated him.
Yeah.
She just can't stand the place. That's what she's trying to get to Chuck.
Yeah. So
she just can't handle it anymore.
She gets in the car and they are heading back to I think they head back to the Collins house, right?
Yeah. But the weird thing is, like, she's trying to drive,
and
Edward, he just literally, like, picks her up from the driver's seat, passes her over his lap, and the car doesn't swerve at all. I don't know. It's kind of funky.
He's like he's so like
he's so ripped.
I have to drive. Like, no.
You can't find the house.
Yeah, you idiot.
What a misogynist.
Where's the bell?
Oh, you want the bell now?
On that one.
This.
And then, so they go back to the house, yada yada yada, and
yada yada yada. What is that, boy? Did you come up with the weirdest words, man, and phrases? You got some weird things up your sleeve. Whatever. Sorry. Yada yada yada.
So, as they're heading back, they're in the car and they're talking, and so Bella says, like, I was there, big deal. It didn't bother the other dude. Why does this James decide to kill me, like, over like all these other people, like, that are at, in Forks?
Before we keep going, I really like this character, this James guy. I feel like he's like a good choice of the conflict in this story, like, he's the one that'll never give up, kind of like Edward won't ever give up for Bella. Like, they're both so dedicated to either killing Bella or protecting Bella. It's kind of cool,
man. You've gotten really deep from these chapters, man. These chapters have changed you.
These chapters are different from the whole book. Like, these, I don't know, they're just more my style, like actual conflict, there's drama.
Yeah, like the last like 5 chapters of this book are actually like interesting. Like,
yeah, there's way more characters. It's not just Bella and Edward every single conversation.
More people are involved. It's so
I know.
different.
I had to start keeping track of who's with her, like, oh, is it Jasper now? And is it Ellis? And which one's Jasper and which one's Emmett? Like, I couldn't remember exactly which one's which.
Yeah,
like, it's just so much better.
It's so much better. If
it's too bad it's at the end of the book.
It's so disappointing. Like, it's that, and like, there's not. She could have made this book so much shorter, and it would have been like a way better book, or like at least like introduced more things like at the beginning. Like, there could have been like a whole chapter where like in the beginning chapters where it shows James and the Lauren and Victoria, I think is her name, right? And it shows them, but like in that Seattle area, you know what I mean? And like, it shows them like, feasting off someone, and then they're like, oh, like something's like they're like decide to go to Forks because they sense vampires there or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, introduce them at the very beginning of the book.
No, that would have been a terrible intro.
Not at the very.
This is why you're not a book writer. This is why you're a podcaster, because you're not creative enough.
I'm just saying, like, introduce them.
Wait for it. Just. Sorry, I'm just annihilating everybody right now. Disses.
All right, let's go on. Apparently, I'm not wanted here. Okay.
Nobody wants you here, man.
So Edward says he got a good look at his mind tonight. It says, like, I'm not sure if there's anything I could have done to avoid this. Once he saw you, it is partially your fault. If you didn't smell so appallingly luscious, he might have not been bothered. But when I defended you, well, it made it a lot worse. He's not used to being thwarted, no matter how insignificant the object. So he's like, he can't have what he wants. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone's like, protecting this thing. It makes him want it even more.
Right.
And like, she smells good. Her breath probably smells good. He probably smelled that,
Yeah, right. Sure. More breath.
So it's like a game to him that he can't like have Bella, and these like other vampires are protecting her. So it's just like, he just wants it even more. Like, he's just,
it makes it
crazy.
even better. Yeah, it's like a harder challenge.
I totally get that too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's becoming like the best hunt he's ever had, because there's so many difficulties. So anything they do that further protects Bella makes it even more, or makes him more compelled to keep going.
Yeah.
Probably if they gave up and just like gave her to him, he might not have even bit her. He'd just be like, wait, that was too easy. This is against my honor. I can't bite you. They probably should have used that reverse psychology. Yeah. It would have been a pretty big gamble, though, because maybe he would have just bit her and ripped her to shreds right there in the spot. Never mind. I stand corrected by my own corrections.
It does say that if he wouldn't have, like, protected her a little bit, like, wouldn't have done that.
Oh, yeah, he totally would have killed her.
He said that, like, James would have just attacked right then and, like, killed her. So
True.
But, Edward goes on to say, like, I don't think I have any choice but to kill him now. Carlisle won't like it. And I have, like, a problem with this because, like, you know this guy, and it's just, like, it might not even be him. You know what I mean? You have Victoria and all this stuff, and, like, they're going to hunt, you know, Bella and kill her. You know what I mean? It's like, if you don't fight back with the intent to kill them, because you know, like, they're going to try to kill you, like, you might lose. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't go full out, like, you might lose. So, like, that's not good. So, I don't like this, like
the logic?
Yeah, like, the logic of it. Like, you should, like, you're gonna have to fight to kill. Like,
right.
That's...
Just accept it. That has to be done now.
Yeah, it's not a choice. Like, you're gonna have to do it. So...
I think he's not saying he doesn't want to do it. He's just saying that Carlisle doesn't like... this kind of action or like this kind of lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Carlisle is completely against killing any human or vampire, you know, anything sentient. He'd rather take on an animal that doesn't have as many feelings or something. I don't know the logic.
I don't know.
But I'm pretty sure they're both okay with killing a vampire if it's in defense of them.
Exactly.
Themselves.
Yeah. And so...
But then we find out a juicy detail of how to kill a vampire.
Finally.
Or was it not yet?
No, it's not yet.
Oh, she asks.
Yeah, she does ask, but Edward just doesn't answer. He just like...
Oh, wait. He does.
Oh, wait.
He does right here. The only way to be sure is to tear him to shreds and then burn him to pieces and then drive a wooden stake through his chest. I was right all along. Accept it.
I'm really confused.
I'm kidding. He never said the wooden stake part. I was wrong.
Oh, that's right. Okay, for some reason I thought Alice answers this, but Alice answers like a different question that she asked.
Yeah,
like how do you turn
that was the exact
into a
same
vampire?
stump I had too. I was like, wait, never mind. No, wait, and then I read it right here.
Yeah,
but you're right.
So, like, why do you have to burn them though? If you just tear them to shreds, like they can't just
he'll probably keep living.
They can't just magically like sew. You know
reassemble.
What I mean? Yeah. Like
he might be able to because he said the only way to be sure is to first tear him to shreds, then burn him to pieces. So it's possible, like if you just burnt him as a whole, he might actually like regenerate. Because later on, it talks about like the healing process of the venom, like when you get bit. So it's possible that the venom is so strong that it can actually regenerate body parts.
But how does that work? What happens to the other body parts? Like they just like all regenerate.
They stay there.
And they just like make like probably 15 people? 15 vampires?
He's like a worm, cut him in half, makes 2 worms.
Exactly. Is that what happens? Or is like I don't know.
I highly doubt it. It's probably the biggest body part that's, you know, the biggest member. Like if just an arm got ripped off, the arm will stay ripped off, but the rest of the arm will grow back.
This is sounding weird, but okay.
New and improved arm. Every time you rip off an arm, a better one strike. No, shoot. What's the Hydra thing? Chop off one head, 2 grow back.
Look in its place, or something like that.
Yeah. I couldn't quite do it. I suck at this game.
All right, so James is still following. They answer the question. Yeah, James and the woman, Victoria, they will try to kill you. Yes, we know that. So we go to the house, and Laurent is still there. The one, the French dude, you know, the one that's...
Right.
And they ask him, like, what will James do? And he's like, I'm sorry, I was afraid when your boy there defended her that it would set him off, which, yes, it did. Nothing stops James when he gets started. And Emmett's like, we'll stop them, because that's just an Emmett thing to say. Like,
yeah, man, the guy hunts bears. He's ready to go.
Yeah. And then, but this is what kind of gets a little like concerning. Lawrence says you can't bring him down. I've never seen anything like him in 300 years. He's absolutely lethal. That's why I joined his coven. So that's why he joined. Like, he's not really interested in this type of lifestyle, but like he saw James and he's like, dude, like I want this guy on my side. Like I need this guy.
I don't want to be
team.
against this guy.
Exactly. And so they kind of give him like not like really an ultimatum, but they're like, okay, so you have to make a choice here. Like, are you going to be on our side or their side? And he just says like, I'm just gonna leave. Like I'm
out of here.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm going to Denali or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he's not gonna have any bit of it. So Carlisle's respectful of it. He's like, all right, go ahead, you can leave.
Go in peace, he says.
Go in peace. So here's the plan.
All kinds of formal.
So the plan is, so what they want to do is basically trade clothes. They want to have Bella take off her clothes and trade with Rosalie. And then when they talk about this plan, Rosalie's
Rosalie's all sass. She's like, no way, Jose. I'm not doing that. Nuh-uh. I don't even like this chick.
She says, what is she to me except a menace, a danger you've chosen to inflict on all of us? So
correct. Wait. Dist.
You should put that away from the mic a little bit more. Dude, that thing is loud.
It's like super far away from the mic.
You can't turn it down? There's no volume on that thing? That was better.
Somewhat dist.
A little bit more.
Dang, I can barely even hear it. Okay. There we go.
Did you do it?
Dist.
No, you gotta up it a little bit more. That was too quiet.
Ah, dang it. Dist.
That's not bad. All right, so they're like, okay, we don't have time for this. So Esme decides to do it instead. So they trade clothes. The clothes are a little bit too big for Bella, but whatevs. Your life is on the line. Who cares about fashion?
Accept it.
I would care.
You're not making a statement in the dock. Wait, why did I say dock?
I don't
know.
The heck? James, do I look good in these clothes? Ooh.
Yeah. James.
Yeah, you know, she's gonna meet James eventually at some point. You know, she's gonna be wearing these baggy clothes. So, yeah.
Why is she asking James if she looks good in these clothes?
To distract him while, you know,
okay,
to buy some time so she doesn't die.
Yeah, that'll work.
hey, before you kill me, like, how do I look though? Like, really?
Yeah,
check this out.
That's definitely one of her tricks up her sleeve too. Jeez.
All right, so Esme and Rosalie are taking the truck. Esme's going to be wearing Bella's clothes. They're going to head west. Edward and I think it's Edward, Emmett, and Carlisle are heading.
And Carlisle. Only the two of them.
Where's Edward? I thought Edward was with them.
Sorry, I meant Edward and Carlisle.
Yeah, I think
Emmett's going to be going with Alice, Jasper, and what's her face, Bella.
But he's not there anytime.
But he will be.
Oh, okay. So they're going to go north, and then Alice and Jasper are taking the Mercedes, and they're heading south. So they're like all splitting up. They're hopefully going to lead James away with the smell of Bella. You know, the clothes, the truck, all that stuff. We'll see if it works. So Alice, they keep asking Alice if like this is gonna work, you know, because like they're making the plan and then asking because the future's like in set, so that way she can maybe tell the future. Apparently, they're going to take the bait, so they're like, "Let's go!" So
let's go.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
Oh no, that was even worse.
But before they like leave, Edward just just gets close to Bella all of a sudden. He like kisses her, and I can just imagine everyone else in the room like awkward, like we gotta go.
No, they like it.
Oh, they like watching?
Yeah.
Oh, what a weirdos.
They're all creeping on him. Give her the tongue.
Give her the tongue. Put your arm.
Carlisle's in the back, just like silently fist bumping, like
yes, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Give her the smooch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
I was trying to read ahead right now, and I guess I'm wrong. Maybe Emmett doesn't go with them.
I don't think he does because they never mention him in the next chapter. I thought Emmett goes with.
He's just a lone wolf.
I don't know. I don't remember. Well, maybe we'll figure it out.
Who's Emmett's girlfriend or whatever? Wife?
Rosalie.
Rosalie. Okay, wherever Rosalie's going, that's probably where Emmett's going then.
Maybe. All right, we'll find out. I think we'll maybe see it. So we get a really big, kind of heart-to-heart moment here. We actually get to like hear from Jasper, which I thought was kind of cool because Jasper like never talks.
Yeah, he's never around.
Jasper and I looked at each other. He stood across the length of the entryway from me, being careful. And then he's like, "You're wrong, you know." And Belle's like, "What?" Jasper,
you are worth it.
Basically saying like, I can feel what you're feeling now. You are worth it. And she's like, "I'm not. If anything happens to them, it will be for nothing." And Jasper's like, "You're wrong," and smiling kindly at me. So we get this like super like nice like moment from Jasper, like, "No, like you're totally worth it. Like you're good." And Rosalie's the one that's like, "You're not worth it." So it's kind of like,
"You're a piece of turd. Get out of our lives."
And then we get like the funny like Alice moment where she like comes towards Bella and like reaches her arms towards her, like she's gonna like pick her up, you know, and like run. And she's like, "May I?" And then Bella's like, "You're the first one to ask permission." So I thought that was pretty good. But that's the end of the chapter because Edward just picks her up and just like, "Let's go." And like Esme too. They're like just like stripper, like
everyone's just constantly pew pew pew. Yeah, she's going everywhere.
Oh man, that was intense. But we are end of chapter 19, heading into chapter 20. These two chapters were a little bit shorter, which was nice, and they actually were written better. So I thought both of those combined was super nice.
Really? They were written better, you say? I do declare that I must know the techniques that she used. What were the techniques that she used? I'm just trying to get you to say why these were written better. Sorry.
Oh, is that what you were going for? That was not clear at all.
Well, this high-leveled form of education and talk is so hard to use.
We just get
Look how bad I am. I can't even talk at all.
We just get like juicy like plot. You know what I mean? Like we're actually like moving here. So that's why they're written.
So it wasn't written well. She was just finally dumping out the details that she's been holding in all this time.
For like the past 17 chapters, which
that's it. The conflict is here.
Yeah. So
there was no conflict. Like there was nothing. It was all smooth sailing this whole time.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was almost pointless reading. Like the only thing that this book is compared to, like these first 400 pages, it's so easy to read. It's like, no, there's no book in comparison that like equals it. Because every book just starts out like easy for the first couple chapters, but then the conflict already is there, you know? And then the rest of the book is resolving the conflict.
Yeah, like think about like Harry Potter, for instance, like the first book, like
anything like that.
Like, you know, like Harry is like a baby and gets to like the door stop, and they're like already talking about how like the Dark Lord like will come back again.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
And, like
it's leading on, it's giving you sweet deets.
Oh yeah, like it's insane. This book, it was just like, oh,
I'm gonna go live in Forks. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna meet a boy. I'm gonna date this boy. Oh, he's a vampire. Oh, God. Like it's all totally fine and totally fine.
Yeah. Let me totally smell your breath. You know.
Totally.
Man, we're just making up words today. All right.
I was thinking they were beach bums. Totally.
We get it. It's a romance book. We get it. Okay.
Yeah, we get it. It's a hardcore romance book.
We get it.
Too hardcore for us.
Chapter 20.
Do you think the romance will keep going like this in the other books, or do you think she'll like jump into a conflict quicker?
What I think is,
because the romance will be all gone.
I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. I think that they're gonna like obviously get closer, and there's gonna be a point where, like, come on, let's face it, every relationship, like in every movie, there's like some sort of fight. There's something where like something happens and like they break up and then they get back together again. Like there's gonna be something like that. Like let's be honest. And we still haven't gotten much of Jacob. So Jacob's got to come in here, and they're gonna have to build up some sort of relationship too. Like it's gonna happen.
That'll be. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right. Give me that choo-choo train for like the right train. You know what I mean? Like choo-choo.
You want a choo-choo train?
Yeah, I want the choo-choo train sound. That's right. Give me that.
Okay, all kinds of choo-choo for you. But you're right, because Jacob, he barely even played a part in this book, and I don't understand why the girls would be like, "Oh my gosh, I hope she picks Jacob." Ah!
Yeah,
because he's like barely even here. He was here a little bit more than Mike.
Barely more than Mike. Maybe the same.
Mike dominated the first 6 chapters.
Yeah, he was in there a little bit more.
Eric was like in the first 2.
And then he died.
Maybe he was more comparable. He got stuffed into Kyle's van or something.
Maybe he died from Tyler's van. He got
Tyler, that's it, not Kyle.
He actually got hit and no one even cared.
Like, it bounced into Edward, and Edward, like, pushed the van over Eric trying to save Bella. He just got left behind.
Everyone's at the hospital, like, wondering if Bella's okay. Eric just
over there, like,
lot, getting scooped up by, like, the cleaners.
Convulsing. Yeah.
Getting scraped off the black turf, you know, just like, all right.
It's always the nice guys, man. It's always the nice guys.
All right, so
it's always the nice boys. We're killing that one.
Let's get into it. So, Bella's like half sleeping, half like dazed or whatever. She's in the car.
I didn't even understand that. Like, why was she so tired and why was she blacking out so
Yeah,
much?
I was confused by that too. It sounded like they like drugged her or something. It was so confusing. I didn't really get it either.
There was no point for her to be like coming in and out of consciousness.
It says that
it wasn't like she got hit on the head.
It says that her thoughts were hazy, still twisted up in dreams and nightmares. But like, I don't know.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird too.
They're going like 200 miles an hour in a Mercedes. It's like, I don't know. How do you even sleep going that fast?
I don't know how you could. I'll be honest. Cars are like,
yeah, when the car's redlining the whole time,
yeah,
you hear it. It doesn't matter how good your car is. You're going to be hearing that massive engine the whole time.
So I think so this is where I got confused, because they said they asked her which way to the airport. So they talk about how they were in California at some point.
Yeah, because they were like talking about the sun and how they were in a hotel.
It said the aching eye strained open, even though the night finally ended and dawn broke over a low peak somewhere in California. So like they drove to California, but then they go to Phoenix. So like
they drive to Phoenix.
They drove to California and then drove back up towards Phoenix. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. I didn't understand that part.
Well, California is a long state. It extends like above Arizona, dude.
I'm looking at a map.
You don't know this? Okay, so California's neighboring
like,
states are Nevada.
Yeah, I know the neighboring.
Oregon.
I get that.
Exactly. So they didn't have to drive back up to Phoenix. They went through California on the highway or whatever. And then they kept going through California until they got to Arizona. They probably took, what was it?
So they probably...
I-40, Highway 40, baby. Just kidding, I don't know.
It looked like they took I-5.
Yeah, that's the one I took.
They took it like...
Straight through Sacramento. Yeah,
they probably just took I-5 all the way and then hit 40.
Practically got to LA.
Or 10. They could have hit 10.
This is true. They could have hit 10. Depends on if they wanted to go through the Mojave Desert.
So I guess that's true. It just seems like such like a... I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's true. Good point.
Yeah, dork. They wouldn't have to drive back up.
Yeah, so...
Get your geology right.
Oh, so it says stay on the I-10. And they head to Phoenix. They get into a like a little hotel place. Let's see. She's still wearing Esme's clothes,
which makes no sense. She has a massive suitcase.
So that's when it happens, though. She gets a duffel bag and she's like, trying to get new clothes on. Right. I don't know. They just basically are staying in the hotel for a little bit. Like they get food for Bella because she actually has to eat.
Right.
Then they're basically waiting for a phone call from anyone at this point.
Yeah, they want to hear news.
They need to hear news because they said they would call, if anything's happening. Alice says that this is a good sign, though, because she's saying that, like, if no one's calling, that means that they don't want
They have nothing to say.
They have nothing to say, and maybe they can't call because like James is on their tail or something like that. Like so,
Right, and they don't want him to hear.
Yeah. So Alice thinks it's a good thing, and Bella's obviously scared. Like we get that, the fact that a dude's just hunting her down, trying to kill her.
Yeah, but she shouldn't be. She's got that Jasper power or whatever in the room that's like calming her.
Yeah, it's true.
So big deal, Bella. Get over it.
Then she kind of asks, like, what do you think they're doing? So they kind of go over what Alice thinks. So she says, like, Carlisle wanted to lead the tracker as far north as possible, wait for him to get close, and then turn and ambush him. Esme and Rosalie were supposed to head west as long as they could to keep the female behind them. If she turned around, they would head back to Forks and keep an eye on your dad. So like she's saying like things are going well. They haven't called, so I'm assuming, everything's fine. Then she asks Esme, which I thought she just did, but whatever. I think she must be back in Forks. She won't call if there's any chance the female will overhear. And then this is when Bella's like, you'll tell me the truth, right? And Alice is like, yes, I will tell you the truth always. And so this is when we get the question. Bella just comes out of like left field here.
Oh, that's it. How do you become a vampire?
Yep.
It wasn't how do you kill a vampire. How do you be born a vampire? I get it.
Yep.
Wait, can vampires be born? If two vampires love each other, does that produce a toothy fanged baby?
I would assume so.
Or does it just make a bat baby?
Vampire genetics, dude. It's one.
Yeah.
Come on, what? Did you not go to biology? You didn't go to biology, dude? Come on.
Of course I went to biology.
Biology
We didn't learn about
101.
vampires. There was no 101 biology, man. It was just biology A and B and AP.
I don't remember, actually, in high school. I'm not sure.
I remember. I went to earth science and they were like, you already know all this stuff, don't you? I was like, yep. And then I got transferred to biology like the same day.
You should have said no.
No, biology was one of my favorite classes that whole high school.
Oh, biology was awesome. I hated chemistry, though. Biology was
I think
fun.
I went back to that teacher for like after school because I'd get out early. I had a 0 period. I'd hang out with Mrs. Gomes every day. Like I'd just be her personal TA, even though I wasn't assigned to her. Because I just like have nothing to do when I was waiting for water polo or something. Yeah, that was definitely my best class. She was the most fun.
I had a crush on my biology teacher. I remember that.
Did you now?
I did.
What? How did that happen? My biology teacher
was
gave
young.
me free water. That was it.
She was young. She was cute. Come on, it happened. High school, man.
And you were 15.
Yeah. No. Freshman year, you're 14. At the beginning of the year, I was
14. I think I was older because I missed the cutoff date by like a year. So I was like the oldest guy in my class every time. The only people that were older than me were people that failed.
Ooh,
I remember that.
Rough stuff.
Oh,
Get dissed.
Get dissed. Crap. I lost the button. Anyway, say it again. The only people that were older than me were the ones that flunked. Dissed. Anyway, book time. Let's get back to this Twilight thing.
So Alice is like, I don't think I should answer that. Edward will be mad, but then she's like, okay.
Doesn't matter. Tell me anyways.
Tell me anyways. It's none of his business. This is between you
we're
and me.
friends.
Yeah, we're friends. She plays the friend card. Like, you gotta tell me we're friends.
I was a little early there, Bella. Jeez.
So she says, I'll tell you the mechanics of it, but I don't remember it myself, and I've never done it or seen it done. So keep in mind that I can only tell you the theory. So then she goes, as predators, we have a glut of weapons in our physical arsenal. Much more than really necessary. The strength, the speed, the acute senses, not to mention those of us like Edward, Jasper, and I, who have extra senses as well. And then, like, the carnivorous. Dude, I can't even say that word right now.
Oh my gosh, are you seriously stumped on that word?
Dude, I am like, I can't even think of it right now for some reason.
Okay, sound it out.
Carnivorous.
Boy.
Flower. We are physically attracted to our prey, which I think that's kind of weird.
Is it though?
Because, like, so
vampires are devilishly hot.
Okay,
big deal.
Okay, but like, let's okay, so say you're hunting down someone, you know what I mean?
My wife might be a vampire. Get on the vampire train.
But like you're hunting down someone, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so if you're a dude, I don't know, like, whatever. It doesn't matter, I guess. It's weird.
It doesn't matter at all.
I think it's weird, but whatever.
We don't know why, because you still can't describe it, loser. Anyways, they are venomous.
Yes, they are.
The venom doesn't kill. Wait, I have to read it like Alice.
The venom doesn't kill. It's merely incapacitating.
I almost read that one wrong.
It works slowly, spreading through the bloodstream, so that, once bitten, our prey is in too much physical pain to escape us. Mostly superfluous, as I said. If we're that close, the prey doesn't escape. Of course, there are always exceptions. Carlisle, for example.
Man, that was the worst thing I've ever heard. So,
I don't know. When I picture Alice talking, it's just one of those super high voices. I don't know. Like a white-haired girl that's just like...
But to be honest, though, like, Alice is probably one of my favorite characters in this book. Like, she's just super nice, and she's like... She's not annoying at all. Like, she doesn't go into
She is
gossip.
not annoying?
She's not annoying, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think she's too nice. I think nice people like that have super dark secrets. That's why she can't remember her past. She can't be trusted.
Maybe that will come back later. I don't know. We'll see.
That would be nice.
So then Bella's like, so if the venom is left to spread, then Alice continues, it takes a few days for the transformation to be complete. Depending on how much venom is in the bloodstream, how close the venom enters to the heart, as long as the heart keeps beating, the poison spreads, healing, changing the body as it moves through it. Eventually the heart stops and the conversion is finished. But all that time, every minute of it, a victim would be wishing for death. That's pretty intense. So that the fact that Alice does not remember this like insane pain is kind of weird. So
She must have like been so frail that all the pain just made her keep passing out. So she cheated. She just like slept through it.
what's interesting is though that we needed to hear from Carlisle about this story though. Like, how did he find her? Because it doesn't. I don't remember how it explained.
How she became a part of the family.
Yeah, how Carlisle found her. Because
yeah.
I'm assuming Esme was in a lot of pain. Like, she just jumped off a cliff. So
Right.
like.
Yeah, that sucked.
So, yeah, that I don't know. So we kind of get that information here. And then it says, we're also like sharks in a way. Once we taste the blood, or even smell it for that matter, it becomes very hard to keep from feeding. Sometimes impossible. So you see, to actually bite someone to taste the blood, it would begin the frenzy. It's difficult on both sides. The bloodlust on the one hand, the awful pain on the other. So, I don't know.
What about it? What do you mean you don't know? We just found out how a vampire is made. That's sweet.
It's pretty intense.
I wonder if a smaller body like a baby wouldn't take so long to become a vampire. Because the blood only has to cycle through so much. And it doesn't have to change so much like the venom wouldn't have to. So probably Emmett, he probably took the longest since he's such a massive chunk of meat.
But you would never do that to a baby, though. Because...
No, I didn't mean that on purpose. I just meant I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I just thought of the worst thing ever.
Wait, okay. What?
If you transform a baby, the baby would just stay a baby forever.
That'd be super funny. Just like a baby walking around all smart and stuff, but it's got baby clothes on.
well, I don't think the baby would get smarter. Wouldn't the baby Wouldn't the baby just stay a baby?
Of course the baby would stay a baby, but the brain would still learn stuff. You can't stop a vampire from learning.
But the physical... It'd be like Boss Baby. It'd be like that stupid...
It would be like Boss
movie.
Baby. Yeah. But the Boss Baby would get obnoxiously cute. And everybody would want to hold it. He would never be able to walk on his own because some other vampire that he's hanging out with or some other person would just constantly be picking him up. Dude, he'd be the most lethal vampire ever because he just put himself in a stroller in the middle of the road and just everybody walking by oh, there's a
So cute.
Yeah. He just like pulls him into the crib or the stroller.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, we come up with some dark stuff, dude. All
That
right.
wasn't me. That was you. That was all you, buddy.
You kept it going.
Okay, yeah, I kept it going. Fine.
So
I got on your train.
they basically just watch like TV for a bit. They're just like, I don't know, they're just kind of waiting.
They're staring at the TV.
Yeah.
They're not watching TV. They're not paying attention at all.
But basically, the next thing to happen that's like important is
A prophecy.
Alice gets a vision.
A prophecy.
So basically, it's a long room. There are mirrors everywhere. The floor is wooden. There's a gold stripe across the mirrors.
What could that be?
What could it be? I don't know. And then Jasper's
yawned.
like,
Sorry.
I know you did. That was annoying. How much time? And she goes on to say, it's soon. He'll be in the mirror room today or maybe tomorrow. He's waiting for something, and he's in the dark now. What is he doing? He's watching TV. No, running a VCR in the dark in another place. So she keeps going on about this mirrored room. Basically, black table with a big stereo, a TV, yada yada yada. And then they're like, "But what does this mean?" It means the tracker, his plans have changed. He's made a decision that will lead him to the mirror room. And it's like, okay, what's going on? Like, we're like, I don't know. Like, we're still trying to figure out. I don't even know what this means at this point when we're like reading this. At least, I don't know, for me, anyways. So right when this happens, they do get a phone call. Finally,
Dun, dun, dun.
and Alice picks up the phone.
Do you think they have a good ringtone on their phone?
Ooh, good question.
I know, right? Is it just a classic like bring, or did they have some like sweet rap song on it? Vampires throwing down all around town.
I'm googling vampire songs.
Is there such a thing? It's probably just like some organ in the background.
It could be no. It wouldn't be zombie. No, because that's about zombie. That's a zombie song.
Rob Zombie.
No, like in your head.
Oh, that's lame.
I don't know. There's not really any vampire songs.
Oh, that song is so bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what their ringtone would have been.
It's probably
I
like
want to know though.
my guess would be like "Hey Ya" from the Outcast.
It's what part is it though? Is the part where they're clapping their hands like?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Perfect. I don't even know the letters of that song. The letters? Oh my gosh.
What are you
the
saying?
words? The lyrics. There we
Okay,
go.
There we go.
Portuguese, it's letra, so I got confused. Sorry.
So then she goes over her vision with Carlisle. Whatever made him get on that plane, it's leading him to those rooms. And then,
So wait, he can't run faster than a plane? I thought these guys were super fast.
apparently not.
Maybe they get tired?
All we know is he gets on a plane and is heading to this mirrored room. That's I don't
stupid. Why would he get on a plane? He
Well,
doesn't
why-
have any money to get on a plane. He doesn't even have shoes to get on a plane.
Maybe they know
makes
to
no
like,
sense.
but they probably know to rob people to take their money or something in case like they need like something like this. I don't know. They probably
Was this before the National Terrorist Act or whatever, the Patriot Act? What was it that like put all that gnarly TSA stuff in the airports? This must have been before then.
like you mean like
Like where you could just walk
9/11?
up to the before that. Because before then you could just like walk up to the what's it called, the gate with your
Yeah.
ticket, like minimal security. Your family could go with you. You just have to show like your driver's license or whatever.
I don't think it's before. I think it's after because
Yeah, this is
they had
first paperback edition 2006.
'Cause
First
they had-
published in 2005. Yep, this was after.
because they had internet and like I know internet was before 2001. I know that, but like it was like dial up and it was like she had like a laptop or something, like some sort of computer in the room, and
True. Yeah, this is.
I
more
don't
modern.
know. It's probably close. It was probably around that time, but
Wait, this book came out in 2006? No way. Really?
I guess
Dang. This book got big really fast. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, it did.
Okay.
So
sorry. Back to the game.
So Edward's on the phone. She talks to Bella, and
Says I love you. Yada yada yada.
everything's good. We're outside of Vancouver. I'm sorry, we lost him. So yeah, he took a plane, and let's see if there's anything else important in this conversation.
I don't remember anything at all. It was kind of just like,
I love you. I'll be there soon.
It's Esme with Charlie, and he says yes, the female has been in town, so she went to the house. She went to the house, but while Charlie was at work, she hasn't gone near him, and obviously Esme and Rosalie are watching Charlie, so everything's fine. And let's see. I think that's really about it. Oh, we get this line though, which would be if I was Jasper or Alice, dude, I would be like get a room. Bella says, what is it? Oh, I know, Bella, believe me. It's like you've taken half of myself away with you. And then Bella's just like, come and get it then. And it says, I challenged. So I can totally imagine Bella just being like, come and get it then, boy.
I'm going to keep that going every time you start going into this.
Dude, I can just picture...
That's the romance sound.
I really can picture Bella just being like, come and get
just like
me.
Getting all dirty at that moment. Just like, I'm on a phone, but we can talk dirty.
And Jasper and Alice would just be like, oh.
What?
Hey.
I know, right? Give her the tongue.
Give her the tongue. So basically that's the end of the conversation. And then this is when... So Alice starts drawing her vision on just on paper or whatever in the hotel stationery.
On the wall.
Yeah, on the wall. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. That's so hardcore.
Bella's like, it's a ballet studio. And they're like, you know this room? And Bella's like, it looks like the place I used to go for dance lessons. And she's like going over everything. Like it really...
Just down the street from my mom's house.
Yeah. And so
I wonder if those are connected somehow.
Interesting. So yes, basically it's the dance studio she went to, the ballet.
But they're not sure. She's like, they all look the same, probably.
Yeah, they're not
but
sure.
But they're not. It's for sure that
like,
one.
Like, come on. Like, you know this is it.
Of course it's that one that you went to.
And so they're like, but I thought your mom was in Florida. And then she explains how the whole thing about how they're going to come back to Phoenix. So then they give her permission.
Home,
they give her permission.
Leaves a message.
Yeah. They leave a message basically saying like, hey, I need you to call me right when you get this number. I mean, like, call me when you get this message. Like, I don't care how late it is. Like, I just really need to talk to you. So please call me back. And then basically Bella falls asleep. Like afterwards, you know, I'm sure it takes her a little bit, but that's just like the next thing that happens. And that's the end of the chapter.
That's it. It's all over.
So
done again.
My question though is, why don't they call Edward or Carlisle right here, like right now, and be like, hey, Bella says that the vision, it looks like her old dance studio. Like that could be where he's going. Like it's just a possibility.
They probably will. It's just the chapter cut off a little too early. Because you know how these chapters are. They always cut off
think that, like,
spots.
I just think that I would have called, like, right away and be like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, that. I feel like that's a super important thing to tell them.
Right? Hey, our vision changed for the future, and usually the future is right. So, yeah, you should probably cut down here.
Because, like, think about it this way. You have Esme and Rosalie watching Chuck. So, if you want to be safe just for all and purposes, like, have Carlisle stay there as well with them, you know, to watch Chuck. And then Emmett and Rosalie and Edward could come down to Phoenix, you know what I mean, in case of this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this needs to be, like, handled way better. But it could happen, you're right, but
it probably will.
I would have called, like, right away. Like, in this chapter, I would have done it. But we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, you can't give all the details out. She's running out of details. She's running out of plot thickeners, man.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I don't know. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to
MVP goes to...
Hold on. We're going to do MVP at the very end. So that way people have a reason to listen to this part. You see what I did there? I'm smart. Anyways. Yeah, thanks for listening to this episode. Make sure to check out the other ones. We love having reviews and comments and other stuff that we can say at the beginning of the episode. So
Yeah, actually, we live for reviews because that's our only feedback, and that's the only reason we do this is so that people listen to us. And the only way we know that you're listening to us is by leaving a review.
yeah, so
That's our money right now.
that's
our payment.
You have two options: leave a review or tell someone about the podcast. And if you've already left a review, then you have to tell someone about the podcast this week. That is
Or
your
you could
duty.
go to the what's it called, the iPhone store, and just log into iTunes and just start leaving reviews on all their phones in their iTunes in the iPhone store.
Cheat the system. I like it.
Heck yeah, dude, that's awesome. That would be sweet.
We also have a Patreon, so if you want to support us, that we can get better equipment. Just
What is our Patreon, Jason?
Twilight Noobs. You can find it if you
And
just. I don't know.
What is Patreon?
Patreon is a way to basically donate money and
To support and
support.
influence the podcast.
yeah, and like we said, we might do bonus episodes where if you are a Patreon supporter, then you'll get bonus episodes. So that would be pretty sweet. And
I know, right?
better microphones and just a way for us to pay bills because we're taking time out of our day to do this. So
Very
support
fun.
us.
It's
Anyway,
a lot of fun.
It is fun.
We
Though.
hope to grow this even further. It's actually growing pretty good. I'm always pleasantly surprised when I look at the views. Like, we're starting to grow a little exponentially. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, the first couple weeks were like, 10 or 20 views. But now it's like every week we're almost hitting 100 views or whatever it's called, listens. So it's like, hey, we're actually growing. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I am pleasantly surprised.
And we want to be able to start like other podcasts because obviously Twilight's going to end at some point. So
Don't say that. Please
I know, I know
don't
it's
say
sad,
that. Don't
but-
let it ever end.
we want to start other podcasts. So that way we can just like keep continuing this and you can come and listen to us always. So there's that as well. So keep it coming.
Yeah, we'll give Joe Rogan a run for his money.
Yeah, okay. Anyways. All right. Well, I think it's now time to award which
Avoid.
team. I know, avoid.
Avoid MVP.
Award which team we're on this episode. So I have a couple of I have a couple of people that I think anyways.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna shut this down immediately unless you actually say who is the MVP, because I know who the MVP is.
I want to say it's either Jasper or Alice, personally.
Wrong.
Okay, but I gotta explain why.
Okay, go for it. Now I'm about to annihilate it.
Jasper was he has been super supportive of this whole plan. He told Bella, hey, you're wrong. You know what I mean? We care about you and we're gonna help you out with this. He has said nothing wrong. All he has done is help. Just super chill dude. Alice is another candidate, I think, because she has saved these people's lives here. She is foretold the future. Without her, they're done. There was no plan. There's nothing. So Alice is seriously bringing a lot to the table here, and she's with Bella right now, protecting her. I don't know. I totally think that she deserves it.
Okay. So if those are your reasons, your weak reasons, if I might add,
All right.
let me give you the real MVP. The MVP doesn't have to be on our good side. It can be on the bad team too, It can be on the bad side.
You're saying James?
James is the MVP. He's the one that finally brought this story somewhere. He's the one that's actually making this jump through hoops and cause a little bit of dilemma here and there. I mean, this guy is the only reason why this book is ever going to finish.
What is playing?
I'm getting a phone call.
Oh,
Denied.
I was like, why did you start playing music while you started doing
Because I elegantly destroyed you.
that was the weirdest thing ever.
I think that's Beethoven or something, right? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that was the most interesting thing. I don't think that would be their ringtone though. I don't think Beethoven would be, but
No, that's my ringtone. I like that song. Anyways, you just got destroyed. James is the MVP.
no, okay, no. I think I get what
You just got gonged.
I think that I think James is definitely a good candidate, but I think we have to give it to Alice and
Oh, no.
And James. I think we have to do
Oh,
a tie,
2
dude.
MVPs for you and 1 for me?
Dude,
Okay, so
Alice
you have
destroyed.
2 half of votes, and I have 1 full vote for 1 guy. So therefore, I win.
But Alice destroyed, dude.
It doesn't matter. James he brought everything to the story. He's what's making everybody's plans change. He's making the book interesting, finally. Come on, dude. Are we gonna have to let this be settled over Twitter? Someone's gonna have to tweet you and vote for whoever.
Because I think Alice deserves. I think James deserves it too. But I just think Alice, I don't know.
Okay,
Alice
well you have
was
to pick
huge.
1 because if you split your 1 vote into 2, you have half a vote for each character, and I have 1 full vote. Mathematically, James is the MVP if you don't pick one or the other. It has to be an impasse somehow.
Okay,
It has to be a tie.
Okay, yeah, that's a true point. I get that. I get what you're
Okay,
saying.
is it Alice or what's his face?
I'll give it to James because it's like half and half for me. So I think.
Oh, so we're settling it here?
Yeah, mathematically.
James is the MVP?
We are Team James.
That's right. James is the man.
All right.
Well,
That's gonna do it for us. Thanks so much for stopping by, checking this out. We'll see you next week. This has been Twilight Noobs. I'm Jason.
I'm hungry. And Eric.
And don't draw on hotel walls.
Or do it. It might save your life.